Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I've decided to come back in with the for the Gents and the same topper sheet that I was using on my last video, the game nights. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers, really do appreciate it, all the messages. I do really appreciate them as well. I've just had a message come through on my haul for what I've just ordered and had the Hunkydory delivery that I've just done on video. And one of the girls on there, she made me laugh by saying, what did she say? Let me just read the message before I get into this card. These cards, let me have a look. Let's have a look. Show him. Oh, Kitty. So if you're watching, Kitty, you did make me chuckle when you said, "Wow, you are organised." I'm not too keen on the little books. I find them too much of the pages. Have fun. Not the pages, not the not about the little books, but it's the bit that made me chuckle was, "Wow, you're organised." To a certain extent, I am organised, but when it comes to doing my crafts, card making on video, sometimes they tend to go a little bit wrong, but that is just how things go sometimes. Things do not always go as planned, and you just get on with craft and just carry on and redo the mistakes you've made. And as you say, sometimes mistakes are good to keep in, because then it shows you how you can rectify that mistake if you've got the stuff to rectify it. So anyway, enough of me chatting about my mishaps and how organised I am. I try to be organised. Craft room is organised to a certain extent. I mean, I don't have a big craft room. At this moment in time, my craft room seems to be getting smaller and smaller because I get more and more. But anyway, so this card, right, so what I'm going to be doing is using the one with the 8-ball on for this one. So I've got a 8x16 cardstock 300 GSM. So this is obviously cut down from an A3 sheet to make an 8x8 card. So I've scored it at 9, scored it at 1 inch, and a 1 inch there to make my little step. So you get a little step on the front. Although with a card this size, you could get away with doing it 2 inches by 2 inches, which then that score there would be smaller. So I think that score there would be 7. I'm not 100% sure on that. So anyway, this is this, and then I've got, out of my coordinating colours that come with this, or you can get with this kit, that add on to the kit, you can get the Miri selection, and you can get this edge to edge foil cardstock as well. So we're going to come in, and I'm going to find my trimmer. I'm going to cut this red bit of Miri down because I need it to go to what size this is here, which is 7. So I need it at 7 and I need it at 8. I'm not sure. So I need it to be 2 notches under the 8. I'm going to do it this way because you only get a little bit of cut off there. And then I'm going to go 2 notches under the 8 this way. Hopefully that is how it's supposed to be, or I might end up having to cut a bit more off. Yeah, because it's not 8, is it? Silly Willy, silly Willy, silly Billy. 7. So I need it 2 notches under the 7. See what I mean about mistakes? Two notches under the 7, which is going to be, hopefully, is going to be the right size for there. Yep. So it has to be 8 one way and 7 t'other way. And then I don't think this is going to be 1. Oh, it might be. Yep. So I can use this bit and cut that down to the 2 notches under the one, if I can get it to line up and not move, fingers crossed. And then that'll go onto the front bit there, so that is all that bit, and I've got that little tiny bit left over. So then this one, I need it to be another, so it's got to be 4 notches under the one for this bit, so this is going to be a really skinny bit. So I'm just going to hold that in place there, like so. Trim it down. That is the only bit I need off of that edge to edge cardstock, because this is just going to be for the front step bit, and that's going to go onto there. And then for the main card itself, I could either use this, which if I put that on there, I'm just going to place it on there for the minute, and then pull this out of here, and I'm going to place that onto there just to see how much of this is going to get seen. This bit, it's going to get seen. Yeah, I think that might work. So let's cut this down to, so it's 8 that way, isn't it? And 7 the other way. And I cut that down to 4 notches under 8 by 4 notches under the 7, and that should be okay to go on there, and then that's on there. Let's get rid of this and this bit of card over there. Don't need my trimmer now. Put my trimmer away. So, excuse me, this is going to go onto there like so. This is going to go on the front, and then the topper or the sentiment I'm going to use, don't really have one for this one. You could have a day fit for a king, or I could find another sentiment out of there, one of my sentiment books, and put that on there instead of have a day fit for a king. But we'll work with this bit first and then we decide. So let's take you off, and I'll put you over there. Let's bring you in, and let's put some all-purpose glue on the back of here. Like so. Oh good God, it's falling over. Then, I think, oh there we go. Put tacky glue on the 4 corners. And then place this onto the red mirror. If you don't have the red mirror, you can use gold mirror, because these are all gold trimmed. You don't have to use any other mirror if you haven't got that. If you have and you like to, you know, if you've got the red mirror or you've got similar mirror, any other colour, you can use that. As I say, you don't have to use any of the, you don't have to use the coloured mirror if you haven't got it, obviously. You can use gold mirror, you can use any mirror that you've got. You can use holographic mirror, rainbow mirror, you can use any mirror really. So that's going to go onto there like so, and then we're going to do this little trickster, and like a border strip at the bottom. So I'm just going to put some all-purpose glue on there, a little bit of tacky in these 4 corners just to help with wriggle, and then I'm going to place this down onto here, and hopefully I've cut it right. It's a bit big, that's alright, edge to edge. Turn it over. Place some all-purpose glue on the centre of that bit. Tacky glue on these 4 corners. Bring you on your card. The thing I find with these type of cards, they're not that easy to put together sometimes, so I tend to flatten this bit out so it's sitting flush, and then working my cardstock onto that like so, and then just give it a good press down and give it a little bit of a wriggle so that you can see a bit of that mirror from underneath that like border strip there. Now, do I want to keep all of these in intact? That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this one I'm going to keep them all intact. So for me to do that, I've got a foam reel, which I find easier when they're like this. So I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors, pull this off, another one on here, and I think this one, this kit that I'm using here for the Gents, I think this was a free kit, members free kit. You just pay postage if you just want the topper sheets and the cardstock if you're a member, or if you're like me, I go and I get the members gift. I tend to get the bigger pack, which you get the inserts and the little book. If you don't want that, you can buy just, or get your free kit, and then you can just add the papers if that's all you like, if you don't like the little books. I mean, not everybody likes the little books, as we know. I mean, I do like the little books, but I don't tend to use them that often. But once I get kits like this and I get everything with it, I have enough sometimes left over that I can use with the little books, which does help. But I've not really done much with the little books as of yet, but I suppose at some point, some stage, I will. So that's that on there. So this is a very sort of like simple, straightforward card, really. It's just a tiny stepper card, like so. And then if you've got a bigger book of sentiments, which I have, which hopefully I can find one that's going to fit onto here and work with this. I don't really want a pink one, I don't want silver. I don't want orange, I don't think orange really goes. You need a red or a brown or a blue or black. See, that one will go, red one. Age to Perfection. Happy belated, happy birthday from all of us. Have a smashing birthday. Hip hip hooray, it's your birthday. No, that's silver. That's party. Not them ones really. To the birthday boy, not green, nor silver, not purple. Happy many returns, happy 80th birthday wishes. You're not too old, you're a classic. Sit back and relax on your birthday. Another year greater and wiser. Cheers to another year. Try that one. Let's keep going, see if your owl hold. I think I'm going to go with this one, your owl hold, because I have someone in mind that I can actually give this one to, but it'll be a while before I can give it to them. But it works, so this one's going to be perfect to go on here. Oh, drop my scissors. I'm not going to say who it's for, just in case they do watch my channel. I do make personal cards on my channel. Some of my family members do watch, some of them don't. So that works on there. You're how old? But the thing is, because it's going to be for a male, with that in question, I don't really like putting gems on male cards. So I've got these kind of gemmy type style things, or whatever they're called, like button things. So I think I'm going to come in to put one of them just onto there, because I don't really want to put a bow on, it's for a man. So I'm just going to put that one on there. I'm just going to put one on the bottom there, and then one over this side, just to even that up a little bit. I don't think men really like bows and gems, do they? They're not the... Some men do, some men don't. So that is that one. That was a quick card, wasn't it? And then obviously you get your inserts, which I don't always do them online, because it's one of the more... wouldn't say slow, but it's one of the bits that you don't really need to see. Because you just cut the insert down, and if you've got verse, like I said before, I don't even know if I've got an insert, can't find it at the moment, but I'm sure I have somewhere. But I did get one out, I don't know whether I've put it away. Oh, here it is. So you just cut the insert down if you've got enough, and then you go inside, or this one I go inside, so that one I go into there. But that's the only bit of insert I've got left. So the next card, I'm just going to come straight in, and I'm going to use this that I cut for a previous video that I went a bit wrong on, so I'm going to try and do this one. This is a 7 by 7, I think it was. Let's have a look, see if I can figure it out. Yeah, so it's a 7 by 7, this one. So what we're going to do with this one, I'm going to use, I've got this beer one, so then I've got Top Man, but I think that might be a little bit big just for that. So what I'm going to use onto this one is what I've got left over here. So I've got the Knights, and I've got that one. Mind you, they're all a bit, the cards are all a bit too big for this type of card. So what I might do is cut this down to a 5 by 7. So I'm just going to get my trimmer. I'm going to cut this down to 5, and I'm going to cut this one down to 5, so I've got a 5 by 7. I'm going to do the same style as card as on my previous video. So while I've got this out and that out, I'm going to come in with, I'm going to use the red, I think, if I've got enough. Might not have enough. I think I've got another red bit somewhere, maybe. Have I got another red in my box, or in my packet? In here, let's have a look. Quick look amongst all my mirror that I've got in here. I don't know, I think I might have used the other red one on another card that I did a while back. No, that's alright. Not to bungle, so zippy. Right. So I don't have the red, so we're not going to go with the red. We're going to go with this colour. Oh, bronzy type of colour. What size are you? Oh, you might just be perfect for in there. So now I need to see what size you are. Bit of a mess here because I haven't tidied up from doing my last card. So now you're a 4 by 5. 4 by 5. So 5 that way. So 2 notches under the 5, which I think is there. Which I think it's already that. And 2 notches under the 4, which I think you might actually work on this one. Because this is my front piece. Yep, you're fine for that one. And then I need this one, which is going to be 2 notches under, is it 1.5? Did I do a mat? Yeah, 2 under the 1.5. So 1.5, 2 notches under 1.5. By 2 notches under the 5, and I should hopefully get two pieces out of this one. Called my thumb. 2 notches under the 5. There we go. And then let's put you back over there. Do I want to use this one? Yeah, I think I use this one, and the middle I'm going to use, hopefully this bit's going to be big enough. Let's have a look. So I need, no it's not, oh yes it is, because it's 4 notches under the 4 that way, and then 4 notches under the 5. Now do I cut it from the top? I'm going to have more of the bottom in. Or do I cut? Right, let's go this way. 4 notches under the 5. So I've got that little bit left. So that's going to be for that bit. And then I need a little bit of acetate. And the card is 5 by 7, which I don't think that bit's big enough. So let's take this bit that's from the other day when I was crafting and I muddled it up. So I need to go, no, I need to be, okay, let's take, half a notch off of this way so I can get rid of the bend. 2 secs, I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go and make a drink. My husband just come in from work. He's now sitting in the front room watching the football, so I've come back in here to finish this. Where was I? I've forgotten where I was. So I'll have to measure this again now because I've actually forgotten the size of it. So 7, so I need it still to be 8. Let's see if this is going to be big enough. No, that might have to be used on something different. Come back in with this bit. Hopefully this is big enough. Or I'll come back in with another piece of acetate. I think we can go with this one. So I need that 8. So I've got enough to do the, and I need that to be 5. So then that should go onto there like so. Yep, that's all the cutting I think I need to do for this one. Maybe not. I think I've missed. No, I've still got to cut. So it's put me off because I've had to go and make a drink. I don't know where I've got to on my video. Now I'm looking for that piece of cardstock. Here it is. So I need 2 of these, so they're 1.5, so I need to be 4 notches under 1.5. Oops, it's moved. And 4 notches under 1.5. And it needs to be by 4 notches under the 5. And that still looks too big, but I'll have a look and see. No, that's fine. See if this bit's big enough to do the 4 notches under the 5 again. No, it's not. I'll have to cut another one. So 4 notches under 1.5 by 4 notches under the 5. And that's that bit. So that's that. That's that. I'm going to need that still. I don't need these at the moment. Put them out of the way. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need that. I don't need that. Them bits ain't much cop for anything, so throw them away. And these are the toppers I need at the moment. A bit of acetate out of the way. Bits of card. Right, let's get this assembled then, shall I? So we've got that one goes on there. That and that. That and that. Oh, I need my scoreboard. Let's bring my scoreboard in. So I need to do 1/2 inch on there, and then 1/2 inch on there, so 7.5. I'm going to give it another burnish down on this side, hopefully, because I need it to be the gold side up. And that should be all I need that trimmer, not the trimmer, scoreboard for. So fold that over, and that'll be ready for when I need it to go onto the card front. And I've got that, so that's going to be like that. Let's start assembling this card together then. So here we have my all-purpose glue. So this is the Kalau one. And then Kalau onto there. And then place that onto there. Tacky glue in these 4 corners. That's going to go onto this one. Oh, that's moved. I'll see if I can move that across when I've put this down, because it seems to have shifted to the left a bit. No. Come on now, be nice. No, I'm shifting the whole thing now. That's a bit better. A bit of string, a bit of glue there, don't matter, it won't get seen once I put these bits on. And then a little bit of purpose, a little bit of a tacky. Place this onto here, like so. Leave that to the side to dry for a bit. All purpose down the middle. Tacky in these 4 corners. Place that onto there. Bring this one in. Tacky and the all-purpose again. All-purpose down the middle. All-purpose and tacky. Tacky on the corners. Place that onto there. Do the same with the other side. Although now I think my tubes of glue need a bit of a clean because they're getting a bit clogged up. And then place that onto there, like so. So that's going on there. Then I need my high-tack tape. I can't think what it's called. So I can stick my acetate onto the card itself. So a bit there. Turn it around. Hopefully that's all adhered and doesn't move when I'm doing this bit. And then get my burnish tool, give it a bit of a burnish down, like so. Get your pokey tool, or if you've got nails, you can try and use your nails, but I don't. I do, but getting this, oh no, I'll leave that bit on there for a minute. Don't need that bit off. And then I need to put that and that way. So I need to butt that up, get it as level as possible. If I can get this to butt up and straight, that is. And that's that bit, and it hasn't moved, so that's alright. And then we come on to this bit, and then I need, oops, foam pads. So again, I'm coming in with these from the works, like before. Put them that way up. I don't know how many of you out there, women or men, subscribe to my channel, like watching football. I definitely don't. It's not one of my go-to watches, really. I'm more of a I'm not really into sports, to be fair. I'm more of a, like, Dancing on Ice, Strictly Come Dancing, you know, anything to do with Bear Grylls, Race Across the World. Love a good drama that's on telly. Call the Midwife, that sort of stuff. Death in Paradise, all them sort of things. So this one, I could put the burger on there as well. So let's find that burger one, just in case I want to use that up rather than do another card with it. So it'd be like king for a day with burger, beer and a game of chess. I think that's probably why I find it really hard to make like cards for men, because you don't tend to get a lot of male orientated like card collections, and then when you do, the ones that are in there, most of my family, so for instance my husband, my brother, my dad, the main ones I send to, they do. My brother is more into his sports, he watches more. My dad watches darts and football, and I'm not sure about rugby. My brother watches football. I'm not sure if he watches rugby or not. And he watches like what else does he watch? He watches other sports as well, but I mean, I'm trying to think of what else he actually watches. He watches cricket. No, he doesn't. He watches, I think he watches a bit of golf. What else does he watch? I know that he definitely watches tennis. He's into quite a lot of sport. I mean, when it's the Olympics and that, he does watch quite a bit. I say I'm not into sport. I mean, yeah, he does watch. I don't know if he watches snooker, but I don't know on that one. Let's put you there then, so that's where you seem to want to go now, and we're going to put you on this side, so you're double framed up. Yeah, Charles, he watches, that's my husband, he watches football, rugby. I think he has watched tennis. I think it depends on who's playing, to be fair. I have watched a few odd matches of tennis. I like swimming, I like gymnastics, that sort of thing. I like my Winter Olympics more than I like my normal, you know, running and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, my brother does watch a lot of sport. Well, he's into his sport quite a lot. He does watch other things as well, obviously. It's not all sport. But, so that is that on there. And then that's going to go onto there. So I think I can do that now. Oh, where's that other topper? No, not topper, sentiment gone. Oh, there it is. I can use that top man. Let's put that on first before I go putting... Don't want that on the front now. Top man, not there. Yeah, let's put that on the front. So you can see that one. Trying to get this backing off again. Before I go putting all of this card together. Again, butt it up. So you've got that bowed front, like so. And then I need a foam pad again. I don't know if I want that one or whether I want a smaller one. Let's try a smaller one. Yeah, that's going to work perfect with that. And again, I'm not putting any gems on this one because I don't really need to. I'm just going to flatten that a little bit and then put that on there. So this will, it does flatten, as I said before, so it might have to go in a slightly bigger envelope just so you've got enough room for that. I mean, my light, see, it will go flat if you push it down. It will go into a, what did I say this size was? A 5x7. So it will fit in an envelope 5x7, but if you're not comfortable putting that sort of, this sort of style of card in a 5x7, you can fit it into a 6x6, 8x6, sorry. because it will fit in one way or another. 8x6 or excuse me, a bit of a cough. It will fit in, so you need 7 that way and 5 that way. If you don't that way, it's still going to be the same. So I would say an 8x6, yeah, it would fit in an 8x6 envelope. I was right. I've turned it the other way. Now I'm going to pull this off, if I can get it off. Take this one off, if I can get it off. Okay, come in with your glues again. Like so. Bit of tacky on there as well. Bit of tacky on that tape, and then we need to get my hand in there, hopefully line that up with the butt of that card and the butt of that card, top and bottom. Hopefully this is going to go in the right place. There we go. And that's how that one's going to stand. So if you've seen my last video before this one, you will see the first card that I made, but that was a little bit more time consuming because I did it all wrong. This one I've managed to get it spot on. So I'm going to bring in the first card. So you have the one that I call that one, or whatever style of card you want to call that, and then I have a normal like step card front, and then this kind of shape card. Drinking some of my coffee. So that is them 2 cards finished. No gems on this one. There's a top man, it says on there, and then you can put your message on the back, or an insert if you've got an insert to go in there. I haven't got one now, I've run out. Or if you wanted to, you could use a bit of cardstock to put on the back there, or if you've got other inserts from other things left over, you can use one of them, or just a plain piece of paper if you want to be fancy and put a bit of paper on there. Well, that is it for this video, guys. So till next time, I'm not sure what I'm going to come in with. I'm going to have a little look through some of my kits to see what I want to use. Yeah, so until next time, keep crafting, or happy crafting, and see you all in the next one. And yeah, thank you again for your subscriptions. Yeah, your subscriptions and all of your messages. Do really appreciate them. Thoroughly enjoy reading your messages. If there's anything out there you want to know, feel free to ask. If there's a card type that you would like to see, I will try and have a go at doing one. As I say, my brain and my measurements don't work out very well, but anyway, I can do this one and I can do that style. I'm going to have a few attempts at different cards. So until next time, guys, take care and happy crafting. Bye for now.